Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivam.
शकाब्दे अस्मिन् वर्तमाने व्यवहारिके प्रभवादीनां षष्ट्याः संवत्सराणां मध्ये क्रोधीनाम संवत्सरे उत्तरायणे लक्ष्मीवेङ्कटेश्वर ऋतौ
मकरमासे शुक्लपक्षे द्वादश्यां शुभदितौ भानुवासरयुक्तायाम् आर्द्रानक्षत्र विष्कम्भयोग भवकरण
एवं गुणविशेषण विशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभदितौ श्री कैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्तश्यामलापीठ श्री मीनाक्षी सुंदरेश्वरा भिन्न स्वरूप परशिवपुत्ररत्नकुमार गुरुमन्यतुल्यावतार श्री पार्वती स्तन्यपान लब्ध दिव्य ज्ञान विश्रुत
सकल निगमागमधारभूत द्राविड वेद प्रवक्त्रे
श्रीमत् परमशिव करुणा समधिगत मुक्तामय चतुरश्रयान गीयमान छत्र चामर श्री छिन्न काहलादि समस्त बिरडावल्यलंकृत ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती सर्वजन संग सद्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा वयापवर्ग वर्ष विश्रान जीमूत परमद कलप केसरी शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्री राजाधिराज पांड्य महाराज गुरु शपन शाक्यादि महांधकार निवारण ज्ञानपानो वीक्षरा नरहार ध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमत् ऋषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कर्त्रे सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्य वाचक स्वामिनाम अवतार भूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्धृत श्यामला पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ तृणवद्युत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान अरुणगिरि योगीश्वर परंपरागत अरुणाचल सर्व पीठ गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशतम गुरु महासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्य रजित कैलास परंपरागत आदि कैलास पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ करते साक्षात् श्री परम शिव समुद्भूत कैलास परंपरागत वैवस्वतमनुक्ष्वाको हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र सूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सामचक्रवर्ती परंपरागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञ पीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूड़ामणि साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणि अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्गपुर स्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोदश पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगद्गुरु श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्री परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमज्जगद्गुरु श्री भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञानबंध देशिकाचार्य स्वामिनां प्रीत्यर्थम
तेषां
पादारविन्दयोः भक्तिसिद्ध्यर्थं गुरुकृपाकटाक्षसिद्ध्यर्थं क्षेमस्थैर्यवीर्यविजय आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्याणाम् अभिवृद्ध्यर्थं धर्मार्थकाममोक्षचतुर्विधफलपुरुषार्थसिद्ध्यर्थं परम शान्त्यर्थं समस्तमङ्गलावाप्यर्थं भगवत् श्री नित्यानन्द परमशिवप्रसादेन सकुटुम्बस्य ज्ञानवैराग्यजीवन्मुक्तिप्राप्त्यर्थं पूर्ण आरोग्ययुक्त दृढगात्रयौगिक शरीरसिद्ध्यर्थं परमशिवशक्ति आविष्करणार्थं नित्यानन्दयोगाभ्यासं करिष्ये. Now please wash your hands with an uddharni of water. Om apaupasprisya.
Let's now begin the Nityananda Yoga, the asana sequence. Let's begin with the skeleton dance. So let's place our Panchapatram and Uddharanis to the side and let's all stand up on our yoga mats. Please stand up. Visualize yourself as a skeleton without any flesh, muscles, skin. Visualize only the bones in your body. Close your eyes and start moving all your joints, your knees, your wrists, your elbows, your shoulders, your hips, your neck. Start moving all your joints and loosen all your joints and start shaking your body intensely. Let's begin. Now slowly relax. Stand still on your yoga mats. Take deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Breathe all the way up from your knees and breathe out all the way till your knees. Take long, deep breaths. Feel the energy flowing through you. Yes, let's now settle down. Please settle down, and we are going to begin with the first asana for today. The first asana for today is Anjani Asana in the Pratama Vinyasa Krama. So sit in a comfortable position and then extend your legs in front of you. Extend your legs, stretch your legs in front of you with your toes pointing up. Bring your hands together under the buttocks and your palms facing up. So sit on your hands, on your palms. Keep your spine straight. Keep your spine as straight as possible. And your elbows close to your body. Don't bend your elbows. Keep your elbows, tuck your elbows, and keep your arms as straight as possible. And in this asana, you'll be performing the Jalandhara Bandha and Moola Bandha. The Jalandhara Bandha is keeping your chin to your chest. Keep your chin to your chest. And Moola Bandha, that is contracting your perineum. Gaze at your nose. Keep your gaze at your nose. Visualize yourself as Bhagavan Hanuman. And the pranayama is Rechaka Kumbhaka. So that is first exhale, slowly exhale the prana, empty your lungs, and then hold your breath, and then inhale slowly. First, empty your lungs, hold your breath for a few seconds, as long as it's comfortable for you, and then inhale. This is the Rechaka Kumbhaka. And perform the japa of Mahasada Shivoham.
दो करा की उबे हथेली कोरवारली मेले बेली सो आगाने भूपरिदाशे महाने अंगुलि मिली राखे अंगुष्ठ छीदा राखे दोई पुनि हथेली पिष्टि जिदोई तापरि मूल द्वारे टिकी वेसे बहरो जगति करे एक वेसे.
Yes, now relax. The next asana is Paschimottanasana. So continue to remain in a seated position with your legs extended in front of you. Now what you're going to do is you're going to raise your hands up to the sky and bend down from your hips. bend down as much as possible from your hips, and you're going to catch your toes. Perform the prana mudra, that is keeping your index and middle fingers together, and catch your toe and pull your body all the way down. So your forehead is touching your knees. This is the Paschimottanasana. So now let's all begin. Let's all begin the asana. So first come to a seated position with your legs extended in front of you. Now raise your hands up to the sky and bend from your hips and go down as much as possible. Go down as much as possible. First begin with trying to touch your toes. Begin with trying to touch your toes. So first you can keep your hands on your shin. Keep your hands on your shin, on your knees, and walk yourself more. Bend more. Do not come up. Till Tattva Maharaj says, don't come up. So first keep your hands on your knees and then walk little more. Walk your hands lower and lower. Keep your hands on your shin and then breathe. Inhale and exhale and inhale again, and this time when you exhale, walk more forward and try to touch your toes. Hold your toes and don't leave. Hold your toes, don't leave. Don't leave your toes. Stay in the asana. Don't leave your toes even if it is paining. Stay. Take deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Surrender the pain, discomfort, the stretch in your hamstrings, in your calves, or in your hips. Surrender everything at Swamiji's feet, and you instruct your body to do as you say. Don't bend your knees, keep your knees straight, don't come up. Do not come up, stay in the asana. Get comfortable with the pain. Get comfortable, you will see that automatically, slowly it will start loosening up. Inhale and exhale. Now, if you can touch your toes, that's good. Try to slowly bounce up and down. If you're able to touch your toes and if you're comfortable, that's good. Slowly try to bounce up and down and slowly bring your knees to your elbows to your knees now. First, bring your elbows to your knees. Try to touch your elbows to your knees, your shin. Bounce up and down. Inhale, and when you exhale, go down. Again, inhale, exhale, go more down. Do not come up. Do not relax. Keep your muscles stretched. Go as low as you can. And stay in the asana. Become comfortable with the asana. Yes, Debbie Ma, good. Ma Sona, that's good. Ma Farah. Continue to stay in the asana. Yes, Murliya, yeah, that is good. Keep going down. Keep pushing yourself down. So in this asana, Your fingers will be in the prana mudra. The prana mudra is your index and middle fingers together. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. In this asana also you will be performing the Rechaka Kumbhaka, that is exhale, completely empty your lungs and then inhale. So each time you exhale, go down, focus on the exhalation. Each time you exhale, go more and more down. And the bandha is Mahamudra Bandha. Mahamudra Bandha is all three bandhas together. So the first is Jalandhara Bandha, keeping your chin to your chest. Second is Uddiyana Bandha, pulling your stomach in and up. And third is Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum. Perform all of these three and then go down. Go down as much as possible. The japa is Mahasada Shivoham.
जानुभरिललाटं दो पश्चिमं तानमुच्यते येन केन प्रकारेण सुखं धार्यं च जायते.
Now relax. You can now come up. Come up and you can loosen up your legs. Loosen up your thighs. You can shake your legs, shake your thighs. The next asana is Ugrasana. So in Ugrasana, continue to have your legs extended in front of you. Clasp your hands behind your head. Your hands should be in the Parashu Mudra. Keep your hands in the Parashu Mudra, that is, interlock your fingers and keep it behind your head. Clasp your hands behind your head and now lean your chest forward, lean forward and down, bringing your head to your knees. Bring your head to and engage all the three bandhas. This is the Ugrasana. So let's all now get into the asana. So first, sit with your legs extended in front of you. Sit straight. See head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Keep your straight, your back straight. Now clasp your fingers in the Parashu Mudra and interlock your fingers and bring your fingers behind your head. Now inhale and exhale. When you exhale, perform all the three bandhas. That is the Jalandhara Bandha, bringing your chin to your chest, Uddiyana Bandha, pulling your stomach in and up, and Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum, and then come down. Come down as much as possible. Try to touch your elbows to your knees. First, touch your elbows to your knees and stay. Touch your elbows to your knees and stay in the asana. Inhale and exhale. Yes, Kailasa, Bolivia, the Chinese Haya at the back. That's good. Come on, Gatisaya. Gatisaya, come to the asana. Gustavo, yeah, that's good. Try to touch your elbow to your knees. Inhale, and when you exhale, keep going closer. And it's okay, feel the stretch in your hamstring. Feel the stretch, and you will see it will start loosening. You drop the fear or incompletion or the pain at Swamiji's feet, and you keep pushing yourself and do the asana. Yes, Sandeepaya, that's good. Little more down. You can even come together as partners and you can help push. You can help push your partner as much as they are comfortable with. Slowly push and hold them. Don't allow them to come back up. push them and hold them in the asana. Hold your partner in the asana, make them hold your partner in the asana and make them breathe in and out, and slowly, with their permission and as they are comfortable, slowly push them. So you can hold the back of your partner, stand behind your partner, and slowly push your partner down. Push your partner down as much as possible. Push your partner down and make them breathe. Make them breathe in the asana. Push your partner lower and lower. So first try to touch your elbows to your knees and then go more lower. And literally your forehead should be touching the ground. Your forehead should be touching the knees, and then you should bend even more so your forehead touches the ground. Yes. So the mudra, your hand should be in the Parashu mudra. Visualize Devi Kali, Goddess Kali in your inner space. Goddess Kali is the ferocious form of Devi Parashakti. Perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka. That is, first exhale completely. Exhale all the air out of your lungs. Keep your lungs in. Then hold your breath for a few seconds, as long as you can, and then inhale. Perform the Mahamudra Bandha. That is all three bandhas. The Jalandhara Bandha, placing your chin on your chest. Uddiyana, putting your stomach in and up. And Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum. And then exhale and come down. Come down as much as possible. And perform the japa. Mahasada Shivo.
पाणिभ्यां धृतं धृत्वा जानोपिरशिलोन्यसे आसनोग्रमिदं प्रोक्तं भवेदनिलदीपनं देवावसानहरणं पश्चिमोत्तानसम्यकं यदेतदासनं श्रेष्ठं प्रत्यहं साधये सुधि वायुः पश्चिममार्गेण तस्य सञ्चरति त्वम् एतदभ्यासशीलानां सर्वसिद्धिप्रदायते तस्मात् योगी प्रयत्नेन साधयेत् सिद्धमात्मनः औपनियत्नेन नयस्य कस्यचित् येन शीघ्रं मरुत्सिद्धिर्भवेत् दुःखौकाशिनी.
Now relax, slowly come up. You can and come to a seated position. Continue to legs extended. The next asana is Marichi asana. So continue to sit with your legs extended in front of you. Now first we'll be bending. Bend your left leg. Bend your left leg and bring your heel to your perineum. Bend your left leg and bring your heel to your perineum. Now what you'll be doing is slowly extend your hands in front of you, and with your left hand, bring it around your left leg, and with your right hand, bring it around your body and clasp your hands behind you. And after you clasp your hands, slowly bend down, bend as much as possible, and touch your forehead to your knees. This is the Marichi Asana. So let's all perform the asana. So sit with both your legs stretched out. Sit with both your legs stretched out, and bend your left leg. Bend your left leg and bring your heel to your perineum. Now take your left arm and bring it outwards around your left leg, and take your right hand and reach behind you and clasp your hands together. Clasp your hands together. Feel the stretch in your hips, in your thighs. And now slowly bend towards the leg that is extended in front of you. So that is your right leg. Bend your forehead down and touch your forehead to your right knee. Yes, that is Saya. Come on, do the asana. Kailasa LA female team. That's good. Bolivia female team. Good. Stay in the asana. Stay in the asana. Bend as much as possible. Bend forward. Bolivia male Chinese team. That is good. The Chinese Saya at the back. Try to touch your fingers together behind you. Yes, take your left hand and bring it all the way around your left leg. And then your right hand, clasp your hands together behind you. Try to interlace your fingers behind you and then bend forward and touch your forehead to your knees. Bring your chest to your thighs. Bend as much as possible. Visualize yourself as sage Marichi. Perform Kumbhaka. The Rechaka Kumbhaka is exhale, first exhale. Let the air out of your lungs. And then hold your breath. And then inhale. Perform the Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum. And Japa. Maha Sada Shivoham.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
Now relax. The next asana is Mahamudrasana. So in Mahamudrasana, just let your knee fall. Your knee will have been raised up. Let your left knee fall to your side on the ground. Now extend both your hands up to the sky. Extend both your hands all the way up to the sky. Now take a deep breath and inhale, and then perform all the three bandhas. Bring your chin to your chest. Do the Jalandhara bandha, the Uddiyana bandha, which is pulling your stomach in and up, and Mula bandha, contracting your perineum, and slowly come down. As you exhale, come down as much as possible and touch your toes with your hands and your head to your knees. This is the Mahamudra. Let's all do the Mahamudrasana. So sit with one leg will be folded in your side, your knees extended outwards, your heels to your perineum, and your right leg will be extended in front of you. Reach, bring your hands all the way up and bend from your hips. Bend from your hips and hold the foot which is extended in front of you, keeping the leg straight, that your knees are straight as possible. Bring your chest forward and down. Engage all the three bandhas and gaze to your nose. Reach as much as possible. Reach as much as possible. You can even take the support of your partner. You can take the support of your partner. Your partner slowly push your back, and again walk your, if you're able to, first touch your knees. Keep your hands on your knees, and then keep your hands on your shin. Walk your hands further and further, and then touch your toe and pull on your big toe. Reach as possible. Stay in the asana. Do not come out of the asana. Stay in the asana and exhale. Each time you exhale, bring yourself lower and lower. And in this asana, visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Gaze to your nose. Perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka. Rechaka Kumbhaka is exhale, empty your lungs, and then hold your breath as comfortable as long as you can, and then inhale. And perform the japa. Mahasada Shivoham.
महामुद्रां प्रवक्ष्यामि तन्त्रेन् मम वल्लभे यां प्राप्य सिद्धिं च कपिलद्या पुरागताः.
Now slowly come up. The next is the Marichiyasana, other side. So now extend your left leg forward and bring your right leg to your perineum. Bring your right heels to your perineum, your knees extend upwards. Now take your right hand, and bring it all around your right leg, and take your left hand and clasp your right hand behind you. Clasp both your hands behind you, your right hand going over your right leg. Now bend forward and bring your forehead to your knees. Bend forward and bring your forehead to your knees. This is the Marichiyasana on the other side. So first, bend your right leg and take your right hand and take it all around your right leg, and then take your left hand and clasp your hands behind you, and then bend down and touch your forehead to your knees. In this, visualize yourself as Marichi. Perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka, that is, exhale, hold your breath, and then inhale. Perform the Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum, and Japa, Maha Sada Shivoham.
उत्थानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं विभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
Now relax. Asana, Mahamudrasana on the other side. Whichever the right knee raised up, let your right knee fall to the side, down. Bring your right knee to the ground, and your right heels should be at your perineum. Now raise your hands all the way up beside your ears, and then bend down. Bend down as much as possible. Bend down towards your left leg, which is extended in view, and hold your foot. Hold your foot, keeping your knees straight. Keep your left knee straight and bend down and reach as much as possible. You can take the support of your partner also. Reach as much as possible. Your hands should be holding your feet and straighten your knees and bring your forehead to your knees. Bring your forehead to your knees. From all the three bandhas, the Mahamudra Bandha, so the Jalandhar Bandha, bring your chin to your, and then Uddiyana Bandha, pull your stomach in and up, and then Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum, and then lower your body. Exhale, lower your body all the way down. Catch your hands, catch feet with your hands, and bring your forehead all the way down so your forehead touches your knee. Stay in the asana. Unclutch from any of the pain. Pull in your hamstrings, in your thighs, in your back. Surrender the pain at Swamiji's feet. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. The pranayama that you'll be performing is the Rechika Kumbhaka. That is, first exhale and then hold your breath as long as possible. And then inhale. Perform all the three bandhas and japa. Mahasada Shivoham.
महामुद्रां प्रक्ष्यामि तन्त्रेऽस्मिन् मम वल्लभे यां प्राप्य सिद्धा सिद्धिं च कपिलाद्या पुरागताः
Now relax. Come up. The next asana, Bhadrasana 2. So in Bhadrasana, sit and bring the soles of your feet together with your heels close to the perineum. Keep your knees wide and hold your feet firmly. Keep your spine straight and gaze to your nose. This is the Bhadrasana. Now let's all perform this asana. So first bring your knees, bring your feet together, the soles of your feet together, and bring your feet as close as possible to your perineum. Heels to your perineum. Bring the soles of your feet. Now keep your knees wide. Keep your knees wide as possible and push your knees all the way to the ground. Stretch, feel the stretch in your inner thighs and knees all to the ground. Push your knees as much as possible. You can even push with your hands. Push your knees as much as possible. So your knees and thighs touch the ground. Press your thighs. Press your thighs to the ground. Press as much as possible. I can't see Yes, Kailasa, Bolivia, female team. That's good. Press your thigh as much as possible. Press your knees to the ground. Feel the stretch in your inner thighs. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka. So continue to do the Rechaka Kumbhaka, that is exhale, hold your breath, and then inhale. Perform the Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum. and japa Mahasada Shivoham.
गुल्पौ च वृष्टनस्यादः श्रीवन्याः पार्श्वयो क्षिपेत् पादपार्श्वे तु पाणिभ्यां धृतं बद्ध्वा सुनिश्चलं वसनं भवेदेतत् सर्वव्याधिविशापहम्.
Now relax. The next asana is Dwalipasana. So continue to have your soles of your feet together. Continue to have the soles of your feet together. And from Bhadrasana, extend your feet away from your body. Extend your feet away from your body. Keep your toes together, heels apart, open at your sides. Place your hands on your respective knees and tuck your chin to your chest and gaze to the nose. This is the Dwalipavasana. So from Bhadrasana, extend both your feet forward. Extend your feet forward away from your body. Make sure that your toes are together, your heels are apart from each other. Make sure that your knees are open to your sides and place your hands on your respective knees. Place your hands on the respective knees and push your knees down. Push your knees down as much as possible. Push knees. Your knees literally be the ground. Push your knees as much as possible. Place your hands on your respective knees and tuck your chin to your chest. Perform the Jalandhara Bandha. Your chin to your chest and perform the Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum. Gaze to your nose. Keep gaze at. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka, that is, first exhale. Bring all the air out of your lungs. And then hold your breath. And then inhale. And form the japa. Sada Shivoham.
पूर्वचोककह्योऽसो हि वाहि विधियोचिकियोयि यामे एनजुरासे अंगुल आत अंतरासे चुबककूपकंठ में आनो नासा अग्रदृष्ट कोटानो या करि जालंधर बंद होई साधक साधे विधि सो कोई.
Now slowly come up. The next asana is Joni Asana. So keep the soles of your feet together and heels close to your perineum. Keep the soles of your feet together and heels close to the perineum. Now hold the sole of your feet and lean forward and down. Lean forward and down and bring your forehead to your feet. Bring the forehead to your feet and gaze to your nose. Hold the soles of your feet and pull feet. Bring your body down as low as possible in front of you. Lean forward and down and bring your forehead to your feet and gaze to your nose. This is the Joni asana. So in this asana, again, catch your feet and pull your body as low as possible. Feel the stretch in your inner thighs. Feel the stretch in your waist, your back. Pull your feet and touch your forehead to your feet and gaze at your nose. Visualize the Yoni Mandala. Visualize the Yoni Mandala and perform the pranayama, the Rechaka Kumbhaka, that is exhale, completely exhale. Feel all the air out of your lungs and then hold your breath and then inhale. Perform the Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum, and japa Maha Sada Shivoham.
दो पगतली संपुट करे एड़ मेड़ के दिंग दरे अर्ध हाथ को अंतर रासे लाट पगतलिया ऊपर दासे दासो अंगुली अग्र मिलावे पना अग्र पनले पहरावे कहुनी लो बूपरी करे दासई नली कहुनी मलिवा रासे.
Now relax and come up. The next asana is Midakipavasana. So in this asana, continue to sit and keep your heels together. Bring your toes apart and your knees wide at your either sides. Now lean forward and down and extend your hands out wide. Extend your hands out as wide as possible and place your palms on the ground. Bring your forehead to the ground behind the heels and gaze to the nose. This is the Midakipavasana. So let's all perform the asana. Sit with your heels together and toes apart in front of you. Now bend down, bend forward and bring your hands to your side. Extend your hands to your side and bring the palms to the ground and bend down as much as possible. Bend down and bring your forehead to your heels. Yes, you can take the help of your partners also. Push your partner as low as possible and breathe in the asana. Inhale and exhale. Each time you exhale, go more lower. Go more lower and bring your forehead closer and closer to the ground and touch the forehead. Touch the ground with your forehead. Go as low as possible. Stay in the asana, don't come up. Stay in the asana. Become comfortable in the asana. Even if you're able to go down for like 1 second, become comfortable in the asana. So stay as much as possible in the asana. Slowly go down. Each time you exhale, bend more and more forward and down. Gaze to your nose. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka, that is exhale, and then hold your breath, and then inhale. Perform the Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum, and japa Mahasada Shivoham.
पूरब विधि परिपगतली संपुट सोले मिलियास ये डासु माहिली कानी अंगुल दो आतरे लाठी धरती लगावे हाथ दो गोड़ा ऊपरी लगावे आडवाई पर पसारे हाथेली अंगुली धरती रासे दृष्टि नासा अग्र आसन कौगुन पच उब जनकी गाटी परा.
Now slowly come up, relax. You can now slowly come up. The next asana is Siddha Samadhi Asana. So in Siddha Samadhi Asana, sit and keep your toes together, heels apart, in front of you. Bring your toes together, heel apart in front of you. Now take both your arms. Take both your arms and bring it below your shins. Take both your arms, put them under your legs, under your shins, and extend your hands out and keep your palms facing up. Bring your forehead to the ground above the feet. Bring your forehead to the ground above the feet and bring your toes near your throat. So your toes should be touching your throat and your forehead should actually be extending even more than your feet, and your forehead should be touching the ground. And gaze to the nose. This is the Siddha Samadhi Asana. So let's all perform the asana. Bring your toes together in front of you, your heels apart. Now slowly take your arms, take your hands and bring it below your shins. Put your arms inside your legs and extend your arms out. Bring your palms facing up. Keep your palms facing up. Bring your forehead to the ground above your feet. Bring your forehead to the ground above your feet and bring your toes near your throat. Bring your toes near your throat and gaze to the nose. Stay in the asana, and even if you are not able to bring your forehead all the way to the ground, stay in the asana. Stay in the asana and bend as much as possible. Bend as much as possible. Yes, Murli, you are good. Bend more. Keep bouncing and bend more and more. You can also get into partners and your partner can help push you all the way down to the ground so your forehead can touch the ground. Bend as much as possible. Yes, Gustavo, yeah, bend more. Bend from your hips. Bend from your hips. Bend as much as possible. And don't come up. Don't come up. Stay down. Stay down and bend more and more as you inhale deeply and exhale. As you exhale, bend more and more forward and down. Gaze to your nose. Visualize Bhagavan Paramashiva in your inner space. Perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka, that is exhale and then hold your breath and then inhale. Perform the Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum, and japa Mahasadaशिवोऽहम्.
दो पगतली संपुट करे, सोले मेड आगमे दरे, अंकुला आत अंतरो रासे, एडी को ऐसे विदिदासे. All of you can now slowly relax, come back, be seated. Please be seated in a relaxed position. As we enter into the next asana, the next asana we are all going to be performing is going to be the Chinaki Pavasana. We are all going to perform the Chinaki Pavasana together. Now, let's all be seated. Bring our heels together, toes apart. Heels together, toes apart. And hold the feet and open them up, bringing the soles towards the sky. Just like how you open a notebook, just open them apart. And with your elbows, you're going to press onto the thighs. Press onto the thighs. And then you're going to bring your gaze towards your nose. Bring your gaze towards the nose. While we are in this position, we are going to visualize Swamiji in our inner space, and let us perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka. Let us all perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka. You're going to exhale completely, emptying the entire air from your stomach, and hold the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. दो पगतली एडी धरती मगवा मेर लगावे, पगतली माहिली कोर अंगटा सदी सूदी जोड़े, बारली कोर पना सुल्या रासे, कहानिया की माहिली संधि गोड़ा ऊपरी रासे, हाथ की अंगुली पृष्ठी धरती टेकी अंगुल आग्र सीधो धरती लगावे. Slowly relax, you can come up. The next asana is going to be a variation of this, which is going to be the Charapata Chokasana. In Charapata Chokasana, as we are having our feet together and heels them, you are now going to place your hands on top of your knees and you are going to press them down onto the ground. We are going to be pressing the hands onto the knees and press them down towards the ground. Get your feet as close as possible to your perineum. Get it as close as possible to the perineum and then continue to do it. Get it as close and then press it down. Because the more closer you get, your knees will go up. So the point is getting it as close as possible and then pressing it down towards the ground. So let us all perform the Charapata Chokasana. In the Charapata Chokasana, you're going to visualize Swamiji in your inner space and we are going to be performing the Uddiyana Bandha and the Rechaka Kumbhaka. So first we are going to perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka, which is exhale completely, making sure all the breath is out of your stomach, and then suck your stomach in and up, pull your stomach in and up into the Uddiyana Bandha and hold in this position. With the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. दो पगतली संपुटिदारे आगाने कर जार पसारे गोड़ा भूसो लगता रासे हाथ दो गोड़ा परिदासे अंसीमा हिली उपरिताने गोड़ा दावी भू परिताने दृष्टि त्रिकुटी रासे गोई चरपट चौक कहावे सोई. Please relax. Please relax. The next asana is going to be Bhairavasana. We are all going to be performing the asana. We are going to try doing the asana, all of us together. In Bhairavasana, what we are going to now do is, being seated in this position, you are going to rotate your feet inward and pull it towards your body. We are going to show how we can do this, a couple of techniques that will help us perform this asana. So as all of you can see on the screen, first thing that you need to do is, as you are in a seated position, okay, you are now in a seated position. In this position now, you're going to bend your feet together. So here if you see, the heels will actually become tight. Now when your heels become tight, make sure that they are placed in the equidistant. So it's not like one is forward, one is back. Don't place it that way. Make sure that they are all placed together. Once it is in this position, now slowly lift your feet. So you're going to mainly feel the tightness over here. You're going to feel the tightness over here. But you will see that your feet are getting tightened, your heels are getting tight, and hold in this position. So your hands, you can push your body up. What you can also do is, for it to be a little easier, you can also lift your butt up into the air. So you can hold here for a few seconds and then you can sit down. Let us all perform the asana. Relax, let's do it together. Come back to the seated position. The focus we are going to be keeping here is getting the feet closer. So the heels are pressing each other tightly, okay? That is the focus here. Let's all do it together. Now, pull your feet in, your heels pressing each other tightly, against each other tightly, and hold wherever you can. If you're able to pull all the way in, it's okay. If not, how much ever you're able to pull it and hold. Mahara, come on, let's do it. Let's perform the asana, Bhairavasana. Pull your feet in as much as you can. Actually, if you remove your socks, it will be much more easier. So you will get a grip onto the mat. Otherwise, your feet will slip out. Okay? Yes, female LA team, many of you are able to do. Wonderful. Now, while you are in this asana, you're going to visualize yourself as Lord Kala Bhairava in your inner space. So let's all perform the Bhairavasana. And in this asana, we're also going to be performing the Uddiyana Bandha. So pull your stomach in and up once you exhale, and then pull your stomach in and up, and hold. The internal japa, Maha Sada Shivoham. Gulpo sampidya chanyonyam yutkrame notitam shanaihi janvo pashvagato hasto dandavad bhairavasanam. Slowly relax. Yes, slowly get your feet up. All of you did a wonderful job. Now stretch your feet out and slowly rotate your ankles. Stretch your feet out, rotate your ankles. Give yourself a nice shake. The next asana we're going to do is going to actually stretch our body from this position. Okay. Now, having stretched out our feet, let's enter into the Samanasana. In Samanasana, I'm going to be sharing an important technique here that will help us get more comfortable in the position. Now, as you are seated in this position, let us get one foot to the perineum, and the other, we're going to be pulling it up
in front of us. So you're going to insert one hand and then pull that knee. Now, please understand, here the elbow which is there under, right? The elbow which is there under your foot, you want to make sure that this elbow presses onto your thigh. So elbow presses on the thigh and this hand pushes it forward. So you press down here and you press down here. Don't release this from your thigh. When you do this, you will get a beautiful stretch. Let's all perform this together. Samanasana. Let's perform the Samanasana together. Okay, you need to make sure that your elbow presses onto your thigh as you are pulling your foot forward. As you are pulling your foot forward. Please pay close attention here. You don't want to let your elbow slip off. How many of you are feeling, how many of you are able to first get the position right? How many of you are able to get that feet right? Your elbows right? Okay, Ma Sona is raising her hand. Only Ma Sona is able to get it? Can the others also confirm? Okay, how many of you are not understanding? Okay, rather let me ask it that way. How many of you are not understanding? Okay, Ma at the back, Ma Parameshwari. Okay. Now, what we can do is, most of you are getting it. How many of you are now feeling a little different stretch that comes all the way at the perineum? When you actually crush, you push your feet out with your elbow and at the same time pull your feet in with the other hand. Let us all perform this together. Let's all perform this together. Surupranima, lift the foot up. The knee, straighten it up. Push it up more. Yes. Now, in this asana, we're going to visualize Swamiji in our inner space and the internal japa, Maha Sada Shivoham.
समानासनमावक्षे सिद्धमन्त्रातिसाधनात् एकपादमुरो दत्त्वा गुह्योऽन्यलिङ्गवक्त्रके एतद्वीरासनं नाथ समानासनसम्यकम् इत्याकृत्य जपेन्मन्त्रं धृत्वा वायुं चतुर्दले.
Okay, slowly relax. Now we are going to be doing the Apanasana. Now Apanasana is going to be the next variation from this asana. The foot that you had lifted up, now you're going to lift that all the way and place it as high as possible towards your shoulder. Place it as high as possible towards your shoulder, as you can see. Then hands on your sides, place your hands on your sides as high as possible to the shoulder, hands on the sides. Now stretch the other foot up in front of you, toes pointing forward. Come on, LA male team, let's do it together. Yes, Sandipaya, come on, come on, come on. Let's do it together. This will also help you. Come. Okay, let us all perform the Apanasana. Come on, lift and hold. Lift and hold at least for a few seconds. Come on. Lift, lift, lift. Now, you want to lift as much as possible and hold the position. So you can either see, if you place it just near your elbows, then you will hold it only this much. Okay, but if you're able to lift it as high as possible, getting it on top of your shoulder, as close as possible to your shoulder, then your foot will stay on top. Now in this position, stretch your feet out. Just to make it a little easier, what you can do is cross your foot and just take support here. This is for those of you who need support, but if not, you can stretch your foot forward. Let us all perform the asana together. Ready? At a count of 3, we are going to lift our foot up towards the sky. All of you get ready, get into the positions. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Come on, lift. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and the internal japa, Maha Sada Shivoham.
केवलं पादमेकं च स्कन्धे चारोप्य यत्नतः एकपादेन गगने तिष्ठेद् दण्डवत् प्रभो अपानासनमेतद्धि सर्वेषां पूरकाश्रयं कृत्वा सूक्ष्मे शीर्षपद्मे समारोप्य च वायुभिः तदा सिद्धो भवेन्मन्त्रपानापानसमागमः अपानासनयोगेन कृत्वा योगेश्वरो भुवि.
Okay, relax. Almost 3 times all of you tried to drop your foot thinking the mantra is over. But the mantra didn't end and it just kept prolonging and prolonging. Okay. Okay, fine, good. But you guys held on to it, which is very good. Okay. Now we are going to be doing the Samanasana on the other side. We're going to perform the Samanasana on the other side. So bring your other foot close to the perineum. Bring your other foot perineum and in the gap between your thigh, calf, and hold on to the foot. Now once again, make sure you are keeping the elbow. Okay, you want to focus and keep the elbow onto your thigh. You don't want to send your elbow in. Okay, you want to make sure that you are getting your elbow on the thigh, pressing onto the thigh. Now while this hand is pressing onto the thigh, with this hand you're going to pull the foot towards your shoulder. Pull the foot towards your shoulder as high as possible. See, some of you are pushing it all the way here like this. Now there is a difference when you push it all the way as high as possible towards your shoulder. Make sure this foot is close to your perineum. This hand is pressing onto your thigh. This hand is pulling the foot towards your shoulder. Let's all perform the Samanasana. Thomas, come on, let's perform the asana. Lift and hold as much as you can. Yes, good. Hold the position. Visualize Swamiji in your space. And the internal japa, Maha Sada Shivoham.
समानासनमावक्षे सिद्धमन्त्रादिसाधनात् एकपादमुरोगुलिङ्गके एतद्वीरासनं नाथ समानासनसम्यकम् इत्याकृत्य जपेन्मन्त्रं धृत्वा वायुं चतुर्दले.
Okay, relax. Now we are going to be entering into the next asana, which is going to be Apanasana. In Apanasana, the foot that we had placed over our shoulder, we are going to get it back on top of our shoulder as high as possible, and then place that hand onto the ground, balancing yourself. So both hands on the ground, and then we are going to lift the other foot up in front of us, toes pointing forward, lifted up in Apanasana. Now, if you feel a little hard, you can cross your foot and take the support, but don't drop your foot. We are going to be chanting the long pramana for this, and all of us are going to hold on to it. Okay, all of you get ready to enter into the position. Legs down, let's do it together. One leg up the shoulder. Let's get ready to enter into the position. Ready? 3, 2, 1, lift. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and the internal japa Mahasada Shivoham.
केवलं पादमेकं च स्कन्धे चारोप्य यत्नतः एकपादेन गगने तिष्ठेद् दण्डवत् प्रभो अपानासनमेतद्धि सर्वेषां पूरकाश्रयं कृत्वा सूक्ष्मे शीर्षपद्मे समारोप्य च वायुभिः तदा सिद्धो भवेन्मन्त्र प्राणापानसमागमः अपानासनयोगेन कृत्वा योगेश्वरो भुवि.
Okay, relax. Wonderful. So let's all relax for the day, and we're going to be taking some questions. We have another half an hour to go, so we can take questions. Any questions that all of you have, you can ask, you can come, you can share. Okay, so one of the questions that I want to attend for those of you, how many of you are having lower back pain? Any of you having lower back pain? Raise your hands. Any of you? Yes, Sandipaya, yes, I got it. I'm actually attending for you only. Who is this guy? Murali is lying down and raising his hands. Okay. All right. Anybody else in female team? Okay, Ma Farah is raising the hand. Anybody else in female team? I'm going to come to Bolivia next. Okay. Couple of people here. Okay, let's go to Bolivia. Bolivia female team. Anybody having little lower back pain? Can you raise your hands? Okay, there's one person all the way at the back. Okay, one in the front. Okay, noted. Anybody in the male Bolivia team, if any of you are having lower back pain, can you raise your hand? Okay, fine. All right, okay. So all of you relax. I'm going to be sharing a couple of details over here. First and foremost being that lower back pain comes due to two reasons. Okay? One is that, for example, let's take Murli Aya, okay? Or see, if you have not done yoga for a very long time, then the body becomes tight. Now, when you start doing the yoga, when you start relaxing, at that time, the body starts getting adjusted. Now, there are two different things. One, where it pains at your muscular level, which is more on a superficial level. And then the other is where the pain goes, let's say, at the spine, which is at more at like a poking pain at your backbone, that kind of a pain. Now, as long as it is just in the muscular level, which is what most of you should be feeling at this point in time, it is nothing to be majorly concerned about. Two things we need to do. One, stretches. Two, by doing the asanas more and more only, we will be strengthening the core. And back muscles are directly supported by your core muscles. And don't think that only when we do exercises, the core is going to build. No. When we hold poses, when we hold positions, they also build our core muscles. So I'm going to be sharing with every one of you different tips that we can, that is going to help with both of this. One, stretching. Two, building your core strength at the same time. Okay. The first thing is going to be based on a kumbhaka. We are going to be doing the Bastrika. Okay. We are going to be doing the Bastrika Pranayama. I'll tell you what Bastrika Pranayama is. All of you can Sukhasana or Vajrasana in any position that you are comfortable with. You are going to focus on exhaling. Okay. Just focus on exhaling in a swift motion and let the air, the inhalation happen by itself. We are going to do this for a few seconds. Now, when we start doing this more and more intensely, it directly strengthens our core. So sit straight. You need to sit straight in this. Sit straight. See, sitting straight will become part of our comfortable position, relaxed position. Okay. Let us now perform the Bastrika. Just exhale, short, sweet breaths. Focus on exhaling. Pulling your stomach in, exhaling, short breaths, quick exhalations, and let the air come in by itself. Let's do this for a few seconds. When you feel you're running out of breath, you can relax and inhale and exhale for a couple of breaths. And then again, let's perform the Bastrika. Your only focus is going to be exhalation, not inhalation. Inhalation happens by itself. Just focus on exhaling. And slowly increase the speed of exhalations. Slowly increase the speed, elevation. Your focus is going to be just exhaling. Relax, please relax. Let your breath settle down. Just inhale and exhale slowly. Inhale and exhale slowly. Inhale and exhale slowly. Now, relax. Yes. So, Bastrika helps us a lot when it comes to building the core strength, indirectly helping. Okay, it might not be like an instant relief. It's not like an instant technique that is going to relieve, but it is going to build the stomach muscles, the core muscles that helps you support your lower back. How many of you are understanding this? Can you all raise your hands? Every day, just few minutes of Bastrika. It doesn't even have to be that you have a timed way of doing it. Whenever you feel in between the day itself, you can just do it. Few minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, just across the day. If you do the Bastrika, you will see that you start building the inner muscles to support your back. So this is as far as pranayama is concerned. That will help you with the lower back. Now, let us look at the exercise or the asana, a stretch that will help us with regards to the lower back. Now, what we are going to be doing is, as we are all seated in the comfortable position, whichever is your comfortable position, you are going to bend forward, hands stretched out in front of you, hands stretched out in front of you. The whole focus is going to be you getting your shoulders all the way to the ground and stretch your spine forward with your hands stretched out as much as possible, and you need to do this consciously. So you're going to pull your spine, stretch your spine in front of you. Stretch your spine in front of you and hold down in that position. Hold down in that position. Hold down in that position. So you can walk your hands forward, stretching your spine more and more forward. Walk your hands, pull your hands forward. Pull yourself. Don't relax. Pull yourself as much as possible and hold here. Slowly relax, come up to your seated position. Now, then we are going to be doing is going to be a variation of this same asana. You're going to open your feet out slowly, just leave your feet open. Now you're going to insert your hands inside your thighs, holding on to your foot on both the sides. and we are going to bend down again. Here you're going to be having the partners who can help you in this position, pushing you down all the way to the ground, pushing you down all the way to the ground. If you're able to get your head to the ground, to your foot, then look forward and bend forward as much as possible. Can support each other. Let's do it together. Hands under your feet, holding on to your feet, and the other partner helping you by pressing your shoulder, your back slowly towards the ground. Let's all do it together. Let's all do it together. You can switch partners and do the same. Okay. Relax. You can relax. Now slowly come back to your mat. The next stretch is going to be a little easier version where we're going to do it ourselves once again. So get on to the sides of your mat. You're going to stretch your feet open. Stretch your feet open. Now place one ankle on top of the other. So if you're placing the left on top of the right, we are going to turn towards the left. So now you're going to get this hand as much as possible and remove this hand. This hand is going to be in air. You're going to exhale and turn. Exhale and turn, making sure your feet are continuing to be straight. Exhale, keep exhaling as much as you can as you twist yourself more and more. And if you want to push yourself a little further, then you can place your hand also on the ground and push with both your hands, ensuring that you continue to be straight. Ensuring that your feet continue to be straight. Go down as back as possible and turn. Ma Sona, you need to go a little more back, like lie down, like more towards the ground. So many of you are sitting straight. See, this will only be effective for you if you do this way. Hold on. If you do it just like this and then turn, this is not what we are doing. What we are doing is going backward. Okay, we're going to place our hands as extended as possible and then turn. So you want to make your body as close as possible to the ground. So you're not seated up, you are going as much as possible towards the ground. Let us do it together. All.
Maharaj, that helps so much on the sciatic pain than it is like back pain, but that feels so great. Thank you.
Sorry, Ma, can you repeat?
Maharaj, that feels so much better. It's not even back pain as it is sciatic going down the leg. Pain so it feels really great with the legs stretched out instead of being this position, but this one helps the sciatic going down the leg. It feels really great. So thank you so much.
Wonderful, Ma. That's great. The focus here is going to be lying down as much as possible. Of course, you're not going to lie, but you're going to pull your body as close as possible to the ground, making sure your feet are stretched in front of you. It's very important because if your feet twist, then you will not get that stretch. So you want to make sure that one foot is always on top of the other and then pull yourself. Sandeep Bhaiya, you can also try this. This will actually help you. Okay. Let's do it on the other side. Let's perform the same asana on the other side. Perform the same asana on the other side. So you're going to flip your feet. Flip your feet. So whichever foot is on top, you're going to turn towards that side. Okay, whichever foot is on top, you're going to turn towards that side. Now twist yourself back, bending down. Exhale. Exhale as much as possible. Keep exhaling. See, every time you exhale, your body will twist a slight bit more. So keep exhaling, looking back onto the other direction. That's also going to be an important part. All of you look up onto the screen. See, when you are in this position and when you see you're twisting yourself back, right? If you look forward and twist, it will only give you a certain level. But if you move your head also along in that same direction, exhaling more and more and twist, you will still be able to twist yourself a lot more. So let's perform. Let's do this together. Twisting yourself. Okay, twist yourself. You can do it towards the left, towards the right. Okay, come back and be seated. Please be seated. Okay, so these are a couple of stretches that do, and of course build the entire strength ability. That is concerned, the entire sequence, the Nityananda Yoga, whether it is the Prathama Vinyasa Krama, Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama or Tritiya Vinyasa Krama, all of these overall build body that is required. A lot of these things take a little time to progress and build that strength, but only by performing you're going to build the strength. Okay, yes. Sandeepaya, do you want to share how you're feeling? Anybody wants to share? You can come up to the mic and you can speak.
Slowly.
I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda.
The internal right at the beginning, the 11 times we do it. It's an internal japa, so we not
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah, I understand. You're speaking Mulamantra. So, Mulamantra Japa, you have to see the mantra happens as Ajapa Japa inside you. So, your mouth does not move, faunting the Japa. See, when we chant it externally, when we chant it internally, where we do not move our tongue or our teeth, that becomes Ajapa Japa. So the Shiva Mula has to be chanted internally, and we need to make sure that our tongue and our teeth are not moving, but visualize that Japa happening inside us. That's how Paramashiva tells the Ajapa Japa has to be done in the Agamas.
Lovely. Thank you very much for the explanation. From a personal standpoint, I touched the heel of my foot to my navel yesterday, and it was a joy. It was a success, and yeah, stretching and little moments are just wonderful. Yeah, they're progress. They feel like progress, and it feels wonderful. Thank you, Maharaj.
Wonderful, Aya. Great.
This is Kyle. Can you hear me?
Yes, Kailaya, please go ahead. I can hear you.
Yeah, today I first time stretch my low back and I can put my head feet, yeah. And but now I feel much pain in my low back. more pain.
You feel after doing the stretch, did you do the stretches along?
Yeah, yes,
Like the last set, whatever we did you do it?
yeah.
Okay, did that help?
Yeah, low back.
Yes, that will help in the low. Good. So you just have to perform it a couple of more times so it feels more and more better, and the lower back slowly starts getting healed. As I was telling, one is stretching and second is also building the strength. So by doing the Nityananda yoga, you will build the strength as well as the stretch.
Get it. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yes. Bolivia team or female team, anybody has any questions or anybody else has anything you want to ask, share, you can unmute.
Marriage, can I check? Can you share like how to loosen the knees? Like it feels tight. Is there any way that you can? Uh,
Yes, loosening out the knees. So one thing that you can do is Balalingasana. Balalingasana is an excellent way which will help you loosen out your knees. So what you want to do here, you want to raise your knee up, and here once you hold on, pull it as much as possible close to your chest. So this will work on two things: one, your knee, and second, stretch on your thighs as well. But what this actually does is that when you are getting yourself a full bend, it actually works on your knees. Then from here, when you your feet back, here once again you want to focus and pull this as back as possible, holding it as back as possible and pulling it as back as possible. From this variation, once again, when you drop your foot down into Virabhadrasana, you can drop your foot down into Virabhadrasana, hand your feet out and bend in knees and hold. When you sit down, once again your knees, I'll tell you what is the difference here. Now the reasons are getting a lot of load is because your thighs are not strong. The moment your thighs are taking the load of your body, the knee will start getting relaxed. Are you understanding this, ma? So by performing the asanas that I just showed you, whether it is the Balalingasana or the Padapidanasana or the Virabhadrasana, and focusing on your thighs, strengthening and sitting down on your thighs or pulling your thighs back, you are actually making way for your body to be putting a lot of weight thighs rather than the knees. The knees by default will stay more and more loose. Are you understanding, ma?
Yes, Marriage. Yes, Marriage. Is the back of my stretching well? I cannot keep.
No, your voice broke up, ma.
Maharaj, I feel like the back of my knees is not able to stretch
Mm-hmm.
out, and if I lift it up, I'm not able to keep it straight. It's like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes when I cannot keep it like really straight.
No, I understand that. That is okay. It is, don't worry about the more and more, the more we do the Nityananda yoga, the more and more it will start helping you. Okay, because it has to be built. The knee, the strength of the knee needs to be built over time. Many times our body weight, when we stand, we put it on one side, we put it on the other side. So we do not actually strengthen the knees. Knees can only get strong when the body weight is equally balanced out. So when you do the asana that you're doing, right, what happens is your body comes to a balance. When your body comes to a balance, the whole weight is dissipated through your entire body. It starts not just your knees, but your all other joints which are there, your calves, your ankles, your elbows, all of it starts getting better more and more to be able to hold on to the entire body weight. So you just have to perform more and more, and you will get back of it.
Okay, thank you, Maharaj. And how about lower back? Able to bend, but for the back, I cannot. I had like a compression fracture before and a fracture before, so
Mm-mm-mm.
able to
See, you
bend.
need to be careful. Understood. You need to do it carefully, comfortably, but pushing yourself little by little. See, if you had any external injury in terms of accident or surgery or any, then you need to perform it as much as you can. Okay, so don't take it too hard in terms of, okay, everyone is able to do, I'm not able to do. You need to look at your body, listen to your body. It's very, very important that all of us are able to listen to our body, how our body is responding, and flow accordingly. Okay, so if you had like the surgery, don't compare yourself with others who are able to do. You see how much your body is allowing yourself to move forward. Are you understanding? Listen to yourself and then push accordingly.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you very much.
Yes, wonderful, Ma. I think we have time for one more question. Anybody else more question?
Yes, Maharaj. Can you hear me? It's from Bolivia female team.
Yes, Ma, Bolivia female team, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
I have a question because I feel my thigh is always very tight, and sometimes I can do Padmasana, sometimes I cannot. Can you give me some suggestions?
Yes, sorry, what is tight? I missed it. Your voice broke.
The end of my thigh. Always
Oh,
be
the
there.
end of your back. Okay, understood. It is a simple technique I'm going to be sharing with you. Now, when we are seated, right, you're going to turn, I'm going to be showing you. It is going to be a lot focused on how you are. Now, first thing, you want to consciously awareness to straight. Of doing, when you sit, you are sitting down on your spine. This is going to put a lot of pressure on your spine. Now, when you move your body up, here you're going to sit on your butt, the muscles. That way, you will see that the load does not fall on your backbone, rather falls on your muscle. That is why sitting up straight makes a lot of difference. Now, you need to do this consciously. When you are seated, you are going to bring your awareness and see, are you sitting down on your tailbone, or are you moving your body a little forward and sitting on your butt? When you automatically move your body forward, your back becomes straight automatically. So the easiest solution for what you're telling is, through the day, whenever you're sitting, bring this to yourself, sure that you're sitting with your back straight. And you can, another technique is that when you are having your back straight, see, your normally shoulders will be sunken down, rolled forward. But whenever awareness, see, just every time you have to do, but whenever you bring awareness, whenever you are aware that, okay, it's hurting a little, just sit up straight, open your shoulder out, roll your shoulder blades out, and just be seated in this position. So whenever you're bringing awareness, whenever you're able to remember, do this through the day, you will see that the lower back, the lower tip of your spine does not get stressed. Are you understanding, Ma?
Yes. And I'm just wondering, like, because this area has always been very tight. The end of my thigh has always been very tight. And sometimes I can do Basana, but sometimes I cannot. So does
Understood. I understand what you're telling. For that, you need to do this through the day. If you practice sitting up straight, just sitting straight through the day, it will bring in the change. You just try it today. And then tomorrow's yoga session, you see, you'll be able to perform it a lot better.
Okay, I will try.
Wonderful. I think it's time for all of us to end. Let's all come to, please sit up. Please settle down. Please sit up. Please sit straight. Bring your hands in front of your heart. Bring your hands in front of your heart in the Namaskara Mudra. And bring your awareness to your Ananda Gandha. Visualize on your inner space. And let's chant the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you everybody for joining in. Let's have a 45-minute break. The breakfast is ready for every one of us.
I welcome you all with my love and respects. Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Around 5,000 years ago, at the end of Mahabharat War, the ancient enlightened Hindu civilization consisted of 10,000 Hindu traditions, or sampradayas, that existed in 56 Hindu nations, 200 Hindu kingdoms, 1,700 Hindu provinces that covered more than 6 million kilometers square of Asia. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, SPH, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the reviver of Kailasa, this ancient, enlightened Hindu civilizational nation. Kailasa is an unbroken cultural, religious, historical, civilizational, and sovereign continuation and revival of multiple of these historical Hindu sovereign states and Hindu ecclesiastical entities. The unbroken continuity of these ancient Hindu nations through Kailasa results in the legal recognition of Kailasa as per the international customary law, particularly the doctrine of continuity. The international law, the doctrine of continuity, implies that upheavals and revolutions within a country, changes in government, territorial adjustments, measures taken during military occupation, or other internal transformations do not negate the existence of the country, do not affect the legal personality and international obligations of the country or state. The Vienna Convention on Succession of States in respect of treaties, 1978, addresses these principles of the doctrine of continuity as it outlines international law during situation of state succession or continuation. International law recognizes a state's legal personality by recognizing its identity. This perspective extends even during the period when the given state or country is annexed or occupied by a foreign power. Even in such cases, the legal personality of the state is considered to persist, enabling its subsequent re-establishment. Historical examples dating back to the 18th century include cases like Portugal and Genoa that were re-established after the Vienna Congress of 1815. More recent examples include countries such as Poland, Ethiopia, Czechoslovakia, Albania, and Austria that were re-established after World War II. Even when a nation is deprived of its territory, the nation continues to exist. its sovereignty and international legal personality continues to persist. The Dalai Lama, as the spiritual and temporal leader of Tibet, exemplifies this principle. In 1959, the Dalai Lama was exiled and forced to flee. Despite the challenges faced, the Dalai Lama continues to advocate for the preservation of Tibetan culture and garners worldwide support for Tibetan autonomy on the global stage. Similarly, from 1309 to 1376, the Pope of Catholicism had been in exile in Avignon. Despite this, he was recognized as the head of state as well as head of the church and given full privileges of the position after their return to Rome. Even in 1861, much of the papal territories had been lost, leaving the Pope with no sovereign territory other than the papal residence and related buildings. Yet his temporal powers were still acknowledged. He was recognized as a head of state, and later, the Lateran Treaty of 1929 formally re-established papal sovereignty over the Vatican City. The Sovereign Order of Malta further exemplifies this principle, retaining international recognition as a sovereign entity despite the permanent loss of their territory upon Napoleon's invasion in June 1798. Despite such permanent loss of territory, the sovereignty and the international legal personality of the Sovereign Order of Malta continue to persist. Much later in 1894, the order settled in Rome and acquired two properties, the Magistral Palace and the Magistral Villa that received extraterritorial status. Today, the order maintains diplomatic relations with 112 countries, issues its own diplomatic passports, currency, stamps, and vehicle registration plates, and has been granted observer status in the United Nations. All these examples of state re-establishment illustrate the principle of continuity of states, as per international law, that a state's legal personality persists over time. A nation continues to exist even after a complete loss of territory. A far more striking example is of the oceanic countries, which are under the threat of their entire nation being drowned and submerged due to rising sea levels owing to global warming. In response to such existential threat of climate change, Pacific Island nations, including Tuvalu, have enacted constitutional amendments and made international declarations affirming that their nation and their sovereign rights will continue to persist, despite their entire territory being lost to the sea. This proactive stance is highlighted in the Constitution of Tuvalu Act 2023 and the Pacific Islands Forum Declaration of 2021. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, through the line of succession, is the present 203rd Emperor of the Hindu Sovereign Kingdom of Surangi Samrajya. He was crowned on the 31st of December 2004 at the age of 26. Thus, by very same principles of the doctrine of continuity, through which the international legal personality of Portugal, Genoa, Poland, Ethiopia, Czechoslovakia, Albania, Austria, Vatican, Tibet, Sovereign Order of Malta, and several other nations has been recognized despite having undergone a period of exile, annexation, occupation by a foreign power, or despite loss of territory. The SPH Nithyananda Paramashivam, through well-established legal and historical facts about the Hindu sovereign state of the Surangi Samrajyam, derives all sovereign rights and powers of the royal lineage of the Surangi Samrajyam as its 203rd sovereign emperor, from his inheritance and continuation of the unbroken succession of the kingdom of Surya Vamsa Surangi Samrajyam Sarvanapitha. Surya Vamsa Surangi Samrajyam, through unification with 20 other sovereign Hindu states and sovereign ecclesiastical, historical entities, became part of the United States of Kailasa, which thus became a sovereign, independent juridical state, with the SPH Nithyananda Paramashivam as the sovereign. Just as how the oceanic nations like Tuvalu have safeguarded their sovereignty from the existential threat of total submersion by amending their constitution and asserting that their sovereignty will persist regardless of the loss of their territory, Kailasa, which is a sovereign continuation of 21 sovereign Hindu states and sovereign ecclesiastical historical entities, is also reviving and continuing the Kumari Kandam Hindu nations that got submerged. As per the doctrine of continuity, these facts imply that the Kailasa's statehood is recognized by international law and manifests as a natural outcome of well-established historical legal facts. Share your time, talent, and treasure. Become part of Kailasa. Sign up as an eCitizen https://kailasa.ecitizen.info
integrity, authenticity, responsibility, and enriching. So, after the powerful yoga, we will enter into the power manifestation.
Yes, as always, the first round of the day is going to be blindfold reading. So make sure you have a blindfold ready with you. We're going to give you some time ahead to get ready, as we are going to chant the Shastra Pramana, the scriptural reference for the science of third eye, for the manifestation of this particular power. The Pramana goes as follows. Kapalantarmanonyasya tishtannilitalochana kramena manasodhadya lakshaye lakshamuttamam.
Yes, the translation goes, by fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown, center, and sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed in succession, by that stability of the mind and inner space through the power of the third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal, that is Lakshyam. By having the vision beyond the sight that reveals any object or place, attaining the space of oneness with the source, Paramashivam. So this is the Shastra Pramana. And now I request all the participants to switch on your cameras so that we can enter into the power manifestation. Close your eyes. Sit straight with your head, neck and spine. Enter into the space of oneness by chanting Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Enter into the space of oneness. Request Swamiji, whatever is being projected to show through the third eye, be in the space of oneness, the deep gratitude. Just connect to Swamiji and request Swamiji to show through the third eye whatever is being projected. Please close your eyes as we enter into the power manifestation.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Yes. Now, slowly open your eyes. Whatever Swamiji revealed through the third eye, you can put it in the chat. Ma Chen Hu, can you please switch on your camera? I request all the participants to keep always your camera on so that we can help you in power manifestation and in all other sessions.
Yes, make sure to share whatever was revealed in your inner space during this round of the power manifestation. For all the participants, whether here in the Zoom room or on Facebook or YouTube, wherever you're tuning in from, let us know what was revealed to you before we enter into the verification step, where we are going to project the image once more.
Ma Shukra Indananda is saying yellow, orange, sun, some mountain shapes, water, boat, green, some other things. I don't know how to describe. Okay. Okay, whatever you're able to describe, please describe.
Okay.
Rest you can leave it. No need to describe.
All right. Ma Chen Hua, if you could also share what was revealed to you, if you have participated in this round of the power manifestation. Yes, as we are going to now project the image once more on screen. Yeah, you can see one shopping basket with some fruits and vegetables. There is a
Yellow.
Yeah, there is
There
a
is
lemon.
orange.
It's not quite a sun, but it's round and yellow. So
Is there which you cannot describe? Of course. Yes.
yes. All right. Shall we enter into a second round of manifestation? Let's get ready. You're gonna set up another image for all of you to scan.
Yeah. Please sit straight with your head, neck, and spine. Chant the Mahavakya intensely. Be in the space of oneness. Request Swamiji, whatever is being revealed, to show through the third eye. Start chanting the Mahavakya intensely. Enter into that space of oneness. Mahavakya is the key for the power manifestation. The more you chant intensely, it will help you in the power manifestation. Keep chanting the Mahavakya. Please close your eyes as we enter into the power manifestation.
The image is projected now, so keep scanning, keep chanting the Mahavakya, and let's begin.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Yes. Now, slowly open your eyes with deep gratitude towards Swamiji. Whatever Swamiji revealed through the third eye, you can put it in the chat.
Yes, this is one of the fundamental powers. When we experience a breakthrough in this power, then all the other powers also manifest seamlessly. When we can break our own logic and we can experience there is something which exists beyond our five senses, beyond what we experience on the regular basis, then many of the other dimensions also open up. Many of the deeper understandings also open up in us. So manifesting this power every day is essential if you want to have a breakthrough in the powerful cognitions. That is why it is part of every day of the program. Some of the Balasans, they even ride a bicycle with their eyes blindfolded, play basketball, and avoid obstacles, read full book pages, and it's amazing to see. Some of them, they take one picture, and with their eyes blindfolded, they redraw the same picture once more. So there's many different variations of this power. And if we just keep on pushing ourselves with the will persistence, then more and more details will be revealed to us. We will get more and more grounded in the state of nirvikalpa samadhi from which all the powers manifest. So when we can establish ourselves in that oneness, then all the powers manifest because they are all Shakti. They're all based only on our feeling connection, our ability to settle in the oneness experience with Swamiji, and then he just manifests all of that through us. So requesting all of you to join in the power manifestation and share your results also.
Yeah, Mahashukranananda is saying, first looks like 2-3 layer cake, then it looks like a temple, place with people, similar to a temple in Japan, lots of stone structure.
Good. Actually, I wanted to select a picture of a cake at first. I wanted to type, but because you were on camera, I just selected whatever picture was there. It was actually, that was my first intention. Okay. Let us project the image on screen that we have shown in the meantime. It is a teacher in front of a class with a virtual whiteboard. There are some stickers on a mirror of some students, someone playing basketball, and you can see some of the students are sitting there. Yes. All right. Okay. I would still say you manifested the power, even though it was not blindfold reading. It was
yeah, it's not a temple
mind reading.
place with the people. It's a classroom with the people.
Yes. So beautiful. Thank you for sharing and participating. And let us now get ready for the first Jnana segment of the day. Today, as we are going to cover the four tattvas, the four powers, and their significance in our life and in the very existence itself, we're going to start with the first of the four tattvas, which is integrity. Let us listen in as Swamiji is going to reveal about this fundamental universal principle. Let us all sit straight with our head, neck, and spine in a straight line and listen in deeply as we learn about integrity.
Please come to the space of listening. The principles based on which the whole cosmos functions, more than the principle, they are your birthright. Understand this one example. There is a old house and house has one room which is locked for centuries. Nobody knows what is there in that. The Rajaguru of that family calls you and gives you the key and says, go and open that key, and whatever is inside, enjoy it, it is yours. Naturally, you say, no, 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 I have lot of work. Why one more work? I am not interested. Who will go into the house and who will go into the room and who will open? When Rajaguru insists, please do it, it looks like he is putting one more work on you. He is putting one more responsibility on you. He is forcing you to do something. But when you go and open the door and see the treasure, large treasury. Any of you have seen literally with your eyes any treasury? Any of you? Any of you have seen in your life any treasury? I saw twice in my life. One, Anandapadmanabha Swami. I saw in few years before it became public when that king invited me to his palace. That is now overnight it has become world's richest spiritual institution. In Kerala, nearby a state, there is a temple, Padmanabha Swami temple. It literally feels like somebody slapping you. No, really. The treasury now which is made public, I saw, they are saying that it was not open, it was not accessible and all that. It's lie. It was under the control of king, and it's a temple of Vishnu. I myself saw. It's literally like you faint. Because each diamond, see, actually when I went, it was all packed in gunny bags. When they showed me, something like a 90 gunny bag. And I asked him, what is there in this gunny bag? Why are you keeping this in the underground room? Oh, Swamiji, that and all diamonds. And if you see, there's a photograph also. Few photographs we have with that king in palace, and when he was taking me around the treasury, of course, we could not complete seeing. In a single Vaidurya stone, around 4 feet, throne. The whole throne is single Vaidurya stone. In single Vaidurya stone they have carved. I don't know how many 1,000 crore it will be. And once I saw the Venkateshwara's treasury, Tirupati Venkateshwara's treasury. Anyhow, I'm just giving you the idea of what is treasury. If you find the treasury in that room and make it as yours, after that, will you feel what that Rajaguru was telling you is a responsibility, is a work? No, it's your birthright. Please understand. Before you open the door and acquire the treasury, acquire the treasure, it's a work. After you acquire the treasure, it's your birthright. Exactly the same way, these principles, these 4 principles, before you live them and start opening up to all the treasures of these 4 principles, extraordinary powers which you will be receiving by these 4 principles. Please listen. before the extraordinary powers of these four principles becomes available to you, living this may look like a responsibility. Please listen. Come to the space of listening. Before you experience the powerful principles expressing miracles through you, it is like a responsibility. But once you open the treasury, the powerful powers which comes to you by internalizing these principles, it's your birthright. How many of you are able to cognize what I am saying? So these four principles are not one more responsibility I am adding to you, one more rule I am adding to you, one more law I am adding to you. It is the treasure I am adding to your life. Understand? I think still many of you are not cognizing. If you cognize the treasure is getting added to your life, you will sit straight. Anyhow, maybe when you start seeing the extraordinary powers, these principles can add in few days. You will see that excitement happening in you. You will see that experience happening in you. I'll start the session. I'll start introducing the four principles. First principle. Please come to the space of listening. Now literally you are getting initiated into these tattvas, into these principles. How many of you are listening? So listen. The first principle, integrity, means integrity is you fulfilling the word and thought you give it to yourself and to others and experiencing state of completion with you and with life. Listen. Integrity is you fulfilling the word and thought you give it to you and to others and experiencing completion with you and others. Integrity is not social ethics, morality. No. I am not talking about integrity as a social ethics or as a morality. I am talking about integrity as a spiritual principle. See, society teaches you whatever word you give it to others, please honor it, and you have to honor it. I am not talking as a social morality or ethics. I am talking as a spiritual principle. Please listen. Society many times teaches you to fulfill the words you give it to others because based on that only society runs. But here, the first thing you need to know, the words you give it to you, the words you give it to you, start honoring the words you give it to you. Everyone understands integrity with others. It's like if you give a word to somebody, you will give $1 million within a week. Even by giving your life, you have to give that $1 million. If you realize 6th day, just before the last day, that even if you give your life, nobody is ready to buy for $1 million. You can't fulfill your word. At least call and complete with that person. Tell that person, I can't give you the $1 million before, ahead of the time of the commitment. Even that is integrity. If you complete with that person, I can't do, and stop the mess you are creating in others' life, that is also integrity. This is more external world that everyone understands. But the real integrity starts with the words you give it to you. Please listen. With the words you give it to you. I am giving you an example. In the young age, you wanted to become a doctor. Means you already gave a word to you that I will become a doctor. If you don't, sometimes you don't become doctor and you don't even bother about the word you gave it to you. Mostly because there is no evidence for the word you give it to you, and there is no punishment for breaking the word you gave it to you. Because nobody else is involved, you do not care about the words you give it to you. Please understand, the more and more you disrespect the words you give it to you, the more and more you will lose respect on you. Please listen. The more and more you disrespect the words you give it to you, the more and more you will lose respect for you. If you have committed with you that I am going to become a doctor, and if you are not able to become, at least complete with yourself. I gave a word to me, oh me, I gave a word to me that I'll become a doctor. Neither I have become, nor I am going to be. So I complete with the commitment. I gave it to you, or I gave it to me. I free myself from this commitment so that I can become complete. It's something new, first time. Many of us even will be thinking. And you know the worst thing, not only we don't honor the words we gave it to us, and we neither complete with the words we give it to us. Because this becomes a pattern, we don't even remember the words we gave it to ourselves. How many of you understand that? We don't even remember the words we gave it to us. Your life works only when you are in integrity. The degree of workability in your life is directly proportionate to the degree of integrity with which you live your life. I tell you, if you have integrity, even if the whole world does not listen to you, you will listen to you. I tell you, nobody needs to listen to you other than you. If you listen to you, you are a success. You are a winner. Nobody can do anything to you. I tell you from my experience. Just if you listen to you, nobody can do anything to you. The being who is in completion, nobody can do anything. Because cosmos wants him alive. Life wants him alive. When you are complete with you, the confidence you have on you, understand? When you are complete with you, the confidence you have on you, confidence the completion with you brings. Only when you experience the completion, you will understand integrity is not a principle for you to practice. It's a treasury you got. It's your birthright. Strange conclusions you create in your life without simple integrity is what I call virus inside, which continues to keep you as a slave forever. This is the straightforward, most practical solution. You need to understand almost 99% of your conclusions, the cognitions you carry about you, life, strange stupidity. If I wear the black dress today, the whole day will be bad. How you came to conclusion? If I see somebody in the morning wearing black dress, the whole day will be bad. How you came to the conclusion? Coming to sitting to strengthen those conclusions in your life. Understand what I am talking? I am giving a very superficial examples. I can go deeper. Go deeper. When your body is in good energy after a cup of coffee, how you think and perceive, how your cognitions are. When you are tired, bored, body is tired, how your cognitions and perceptions are. See, your cognitions, your irritations, your inspiration or boredom is not logical. It is just a cup of coffee. It is just few chemicals and hormones. Distrusting your cognitions and trusting integrity as your software. Listen. just disowning all your cognitions, deciding to catch up with the integrity. Integrity means I'm defining. Every thought current you cherish, you should put your whole being to fulfill it, because every thought current you cherish is a promise you are giving to yourself. Either you put your whole being to complete it, fulfill it, or you drop it and complete it. That's all is integrity towards yourself. Listen, I'll repeat once more. Every thought current you cherish is a word you give it to you. So you should work putting your whole energy to make it into reality. If you are sure you can't make it into reality, complete and drop it. Don't entertain, enjoy anymore. Do not date if you are not going to commit. Same thing outside. Give a word only when you are going to live it. If not, drop it. Just this one, only one, integrity, replace all your cognitions. Your cognition about God, your cognition about world, your cognition about life, your cognition about society, your cognition about your body, your cognition about your mind. Replace it just with this simple, straightforward integrity. The kind of a transformation you will go through, I tell you. In Ayurveda, there is a very simple one verse by a great Siddha. He gives deathless life, the art of deathless life. Take care, the throat is always clear. You will not have death. Looks so simple. One, true, the statement is true. Second, all problems start with your throat infection. If you can take care, the pashana, the medicine is stored in the throat, you will never, not only you will never die, you will never age old. That is actually the symbolic representation of Sadashiva having poison in the throat. Poison clears any infection even before it starts. See, in anything you do, you know the first principle. Am I right? First statement. For example, lawyer, he is committed to his client. Doctor, he is committed to life. Engineer, he is committed to the product he is delivering. The first principle of your existence, being integrated to the first principle of your existence without the fine print footnotes. See, all of you know the first principle of your existence. Am I right? Being committed to that, being integrated to that. All the other utility transactions cannot touch the integrity of your first principle. They may be there, may not be there. But the first principle cannot be compromised. Cannot be compromised. I tell you, first principle brings strength. Understand? Integrity to first principle is strength. That is what Sadashiva calls it as Swadharma. He uses the word Swadharma in Agama. means your first principle is Swadharma. All of you are very clear about your first principle. Am I right? What is your first principle? Means your declaration about you to the world. All of you know your first principle. Being integrated to that, that's all.
Swamiji, when you say we know the first principle, is it it's something that changes from time to time, isn't it?
Time to time. I should say, the practical application may change time to time, but not the first principle itself. First principle itself does not change time to time. Surely it doesn't change.
Like you said, if someone becomes a doctor, or then he wants to become an engineer, then
Oh, no, what I am saying, that time what I said, multidimensional. That I used. Here what I said is, your main commitment. Even if you are doing multidimensional, then your first principle should be, when I am declaring myself as a doctor, I am committed to life. When I am declaring myself as a lawyer, I am committed to client. When I am declaring myself as an engineer, I am committed to the delivery of the product. That's all. So that's the first principle. What I am declaring, that forms my first principle. Your first principle is your Swadharma. And being integrated to your Swadharma without shaking or letting your integrity to be shaken by any of the outcomes and side effects. Whether you are praised or blamed or showered, supported or beaten, being integrated to your first principle. Integrity, anything which your cognition cognizes. As on now, I can give you example of how your cognition cognizes anger and lust and even hunger, fear. In that frequency, if you cognize the power of integrity, you will be powerful forever. You will be powerful forever. Not just feeling powerful, you will start manifesting powers. Because if you are integrated to your wife, you will have a very good home. If you are integrated to your boss, you will have very good office. If you are integrated to Guru, you will have amazing cosmos. Your integrity is directly integrity to me. I was successful in integrity when I was young because I made it very personal. Like I have to get up and run because I'm going to see Arunagiri Yogeshwara. It was such personal, intimate experience. I became successful in integrity. Not any other logical practices. Practice may make you perfect, not integrated. Cognitive shift makes you integrated. Decision makes you integrated. That is why when you miss integrity, I am not asking you to practice integrity. I am making you to decide to be integrated from now. Declarations are decisions of reminding yourself, let me burn me with integrity. Let me awaken me to my integrity. Let the best of me be awakened in me. Let the best of me be awakened in me. Let's make integrity as a cognition today. See, once it becomes cognition, your chemical change, you see, all your sleep, everything is just chemical change, nothing else. If you keep your tube in your mouth and early morning pour the coffee, you will just wake up. Your sleep is nothing but, your struggle with the whole sleep is nothing but half a cup of coffee. No, really. Romanceless relationships are all nothing but masturbation. Understand? That is so in any relationship. Romance is more important than the physical component of it. All your struggle with the sleep or tiredness or boredom is nothing but simple chemical imbalance. If you are feeling sleepy, tired, tell yourself it is not mental, it is just physical, chemical imbalance. Integrity will clean it up. When you clear chemical imbalance using integrity, you bring tremendous health to your system. Understand? If you don't sleep because you are watching movie or some other entertainment, Facebook or something else, you may fall sick. But if you don't sleep because you are practicing certain integrity or tapas, you will never fall sick. Only your body will become healthy.
Yes, beautifully. We have received the insights into integrity, multi-layered understandings about integrity. First and foremost, understanding that we need to get that is that we need to listen to ourselves. We need to learn how to listen to ourselves. If we can simply listen to ourselves, the moment we have a powerful cognition, a powerful cognition clicks with us, we are going to have a superconscious breakthrough. Because the moment we understand this is the best for me, we can apply it, we can live it. But if we don't listen to ourselves, naturally, the powerful cognition, they will be not useful for our life immediately. We might use it to give some good advice for someone. But if we ourselves don't listen to us, who will listen? And as Swamiji shared, it is most important for us to listen to ourselves. Then even if others don't listen, it doesn't matter because we are already successful. Nothing, no one can harm us because the very cosmos will want us alive. The very existence will make sure that we are protected. So what is integrity? From the very fundamental base. Integrity is you fulfilling the word and thought you give to yourself and to others, and experiencing a state of purnatva, completion with yourself and life. Power manifestation will automatically happen when you are integrated. Integrity is not just about the big commitments we make in our life. It could be something as simple as telling yourself, I'm going to wake up early every morning and practice yoga. Or telling a friend, let's meet at 5 p.m. No matter what the word you have given to yourself or others, honoring it as your life is real integrity. Unfortunately, not honoring words you give to yourself and others begins as a habit in you very early in life. As you grow up in life, we are never taught to respect our words. By the time you are an adult, not honoring the words you give to yourself and others becomes your muscle memory, becomes your pattern, becomes your thinking trend and very way of living. So you have a homework because this is something that needs to be practiced continuously. It is not something that we can solve with an exercise. So from today, at least for the next 11 days, experiment being in integrity. Honor every word you give to yourself and to others. If you're not able to honor any word you gave, complete that. For example, you gave a commitment to finish a project you took up by a particular date. Do everything it takes to see that you finish and submit that project on time. In the worst situation, if you're not able to fulfill your commitment, speak to yourself and ensure you are complete. If you gave a commitment to another person, inform them that you are not going to be able to finish this on time and tell them how you're going to complete it. Completion can also mean that if you give everything that you could, but you're not able to make it, to at least inform, remove the expectation that was created about you delivering that goal, that target, being on time for a place. Imagine you're waiting for a friend and they are stuck in a traffic jam for 2 hours and they don't let you know. You're waiting there, standing there, expecting them to arrive. So it's most important to do the completion. So we're going to anyways enter into a small exercise for completion with our Bhag. Whatever commitments, words, promises you gave to you and others and did not honor and fulfill, where you did not restore your integrity, where you have not even completed, please list all of those down. See, if you honored, you don't need to pen them down. If you have completed with them saying that I'm not going to honor it, you are on your own. I am on my own. Even if you don't, even then you don't need to pen those down. So if you completed telling the person that you're not going to fulfill whatever you have declared towards them, you don't need to pen those commitments down. So if you neither completed nor honored the word, please now pen those words down.
Yeah, all the words you have given to yourself and to others. It might be simple as waking up morning at 5 o'clock and doing yoga. So if you have said, okay, from tomorrow onwards, I'll start yoga at 4 a.m. So, but because of your laziness, you didn't wake up and you didn't do for yoga. It starts with small incompletion or small words you have given to yourself and others. You said to your friend you'll be coming at 5 p.m. for the coffee. So, but you didn't turn up. So you have to complete with all those things which you had given to yourself and others, the words you have given to yourself and others. So remember all those words, write elaborately and complete. That is how you manifest the powers. You know you are completed with all those things, then automatically the results it will manifest as a power. Whenever you have a breakthrough, it will manifest as a power.
Yes, understand the power of Vak, which is awakened through completion in the field of integrity, is such that your word will hold such a weight that not only people, the very cosmos will listen to you. So when you start listening to yourself, it is a space that you hold. It is a kind of leadership that you radiate that will make the cosmos simply follow you. So I'm sure some of you would have already experienced this phenomenon where you just knew, okay, this is what is going to happen. And you made that declaration knowing from your being that this is what is going to be the reality. And the people around you, they were moved. Simply, they also understood, yes, this is what's going to happen by your declaration. This is what you can experience when you complete with your Vak more and more. So let us now move into the first step of the exercise. We're going to have multiple steps. Let's take a few minutes. If you have any questions about integrity or this exercise in particular, let us know so we can attend to it. Please let us now move on to the second step of this exercise. Now, please give a commitment to yourself to be in integrity and to complete with your words, promises, and commitments which you gave to yourself and others. So either fulfill what you declared or complete with all those words, promises, and commitments. Let's get ready. Hope all of you were able to pen down all the unfulfilled promises that you have given to yourself and others. And now let us declare to complete. As Ramaji has shared, a declaration is a decision. So whenever you want to manifest something in life, just declare it rightly. Declare it to your family, your friends and family, to your colleagues, to your Sangha members, everyone who knows you, everyone who knows how you have been. Just declare how you are going to be. So let's enter into the step of the exercise. Ma Shuklananda already shared that she had already completed with 2 people. Great, Ma. Let's continue with the next step of the exercise.